everyone, to the Women in Cannabis panel. I want to give a huge shout out to the Cannabis Career and Business Expo for inviting us all to be here today. I am your moderator, Adelia Carrillo. I am the CMO and co-founder of Event High. Event High is an online ticketing platform catering to the cannabis culture. We're a platform for cannabis-related events. Most of you probably all registered for this event on our platform. And then I'm also the co-founder of Blunt Brunch. Blunt Brunch is a women's empowerment networking group. We are national, and our next upcoming event is going to be in Las Vegas during MJBizCon. Yes. Now, I'm going to throw in some stats and kind of give you an idea of what we're going to be talking about. We're going to try to change it up a little bit when it comes to a Women in Cannabis panel. Now, according to MJBiz Daily, in 2021, women and minorities in the cannabis industry report executive female representation is down to 22%. This is a stark contrast from 2019, which was 36%. So we are seeing a decline in women in executive positions in the industry. This is also well below the average for the U.S. mainstream businesses. It's 30% in mainstream industries. Now, today we have a powerhouse lineup of women. They are all leaders, all in different sectors of the industry. So this is going to be a really great conversation. We're going to dive into a variety of topics, from challenges women face, how to overcome them, and the opportunity for women, and is there a shift changing for women in cannabis, and much more, with the intention to empower more women in cannabis and leaving our male colleagues in the audience with more insight and intention in how they do business. So, with that being said, I would like to have you all meet our panelists. And we'll start from my left to right. We'll start with Joanne.
Hi guys, I'm Joanne Balbuena. I am the author of The Successful Entrepreneur, a book about my journey from a patient in cannabis to a professional, and then investing in the space and starting businesses. I'm also the CMO of Prime Harvest, is a tech-focused retailer, headquartered here in San Diego. We are actually the parent company of Jack's Cannabis, so you guys are familiar with Jack's Cannabis. We're a dispensary out in Ramona. We do deliver all throughout the county, so hit us up. And my lifestyle brand, it's an advocacy brand, is called Boycott Shitty Weed, and we focus on advocating through messages that take you in journeys from the history of prohibition, the people that were involved in making cannabis illegal or criminalized, and then the heroes that actually are the reason why we're here today, the reason why cannabis is legal. So please check us out. We definitely do a lot of research when we put out all the information based on our wearable advocacy, and that's pretty much it. Synergy Studios is my brand where we create content for the space, and we like to create content that's unbiased, but that represents cannabis at a really high level. I'm super honored to be here among these beautiful ladies, not just beautiful, but smart and killing it in what they're doing. So thank you for being here, and thank you for having me.
Hi, my name is Lisel Bernard. I'm the CEO of Cannabis Team. Cannabis Team is an executive search and staffing firm that focuses exclusively on the cannabis industry. I launched Cannabis Team 7 years ago after spending 20 years in corporate recruiting, because I really understood that there was going to be a need for a professional staffing firm in this industry. I'm passionate about people, and I'm very passionate about cannabis, and I feel very honored to have a company that allows people to make a transition to work in this industry, and for companies to have great talent, to build their businesses on. So I'm really honored to be here as well today, and look forward to having a discussion with you.
Oh, perfect. guess I have them. Welcome everyone, hello, hello. My name is Tiana Woodruff. I am the founder and CEO of a cannabis brand called Queen Mary, a fixin' for a vixen. The purpose of our company is to provide a natural alternative to addictive prescriptions. So we want to, help women and professional women and single moms and everyone else get off of the Adderall and the benzos and the Zoloft and the terrible things that our doctors are prescribing us today. And so the point of our products are to give you a functional high without the crash and be able to get through your day. So we have the first daily cannabis regimen on the market, consisting of 3 products: a morning tincture that's coffee flavored, gives you a boost of energy, a daily maintenance gummy that's infused with rhodiola and B12, and then a wonderful sleep aid time release gummy called Moonstruck, which has been a really big seller for us. And of course, with the Farmers Cup award winning, they're here as well. Everything is full spectrum rosin, fast acting, gluten free, vegan. We take pride in everything that we do. We are here to help women, empower women, give us back, vivify our day, and keep families together, and basically offset the war on drugs and the fact that not only were so many people being arrested, men of color mostly, for cannabis, but we left behind the women and the children and the families in that same system. And in the state of California, children of color are taken from their families at 5 times the rate of white children. And so we are so glad that the legislation just passed about cannabis not being considered a reason to remove children from the home. So that is a big step moving forward here in the industry. And we are so happy to be here to educate and promote and get people aware that cannabis is a plant. It is healing. It is here to help us. It is not a Schedule I drug. Nobody has ever died or overdosed on cannabis. So we need women to educate and work together along with men and just bring this industry into the forefront. In our world, everyone knows about cannabis, but in the daily process at work, it's still hidden behind closed doors, and we need to make sure that cannabis is as open as alcohol is in the industry.
Amen.
Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Jackie Bryant. I'm the managing editor of San Diego Magazine, where I'm in the process of building a newsletter and podcast dedicated to cannabis that'll be nationally focused, which is a pretty big deal for a regional mainstream magazine that typically had never covered cannabis, so we're really excited about that. Before that, I was a longtime freelancer for a number of mainstream and cannabis publications alike: High Times, MJ Biz Daily, San Francisco Chronicle, San Diego Union Tribune, and I've got a piece about Thanksgiving coming out in the New York Times soon, which should be really interesting. A whole bunch of stuff you've heard of, a whole bunch of stuff you haven't heard of. I have a newsletter called Cannabis. Done some content stuff. If it's on the internet, I've probably been there in some form. So I'm really happy to see everybody in San Diego. It's not often that we get the cannabis community down here. It's usually LA or the Bay Area or up north, and so I'm just really stoked to see everybody here. So welcome to San Diego, guys.
Hi, my name is Kelly Hayes. I'm a cannabis attorney here in San Diego. I have been working in the industry since 2014. I assist with, at first, licensing and both locally and statewide. I've also assisted with drafting ordinances for local jurisdictions throughout the state. I represent clients from Humboldt down to Chula Vista, out into the desert. I assist with entity formation, drafting contracts, which are very important and everyone should have in the industry. I have been in a number of different law firms and just recently quit my last law firm and opened up my own law office. I'm very excited to be here today, and thank you everybody for showing up.
Congratulations. It's exciting. Check, check. Hi, y'all. My name is Luna Stower. I'm here today with iSpire. We do vape hardware and dab devices for the cannabis industry and beyond. My journey really started as an educator. I was a teacher. I worked in prisons and jails from San Quentin to juvenile halls, and really social justice has always been important to me. My family are survivors of the Holocaust, and social justice is really, and boycotting shitty things, whether it's weed or people or behaviors, has always been important to me. Have always sold, smoked, and grown weed since back in the mid 90s when it was legalized, Prop 215 in the Bay Area. It was everywhere. We didn't think anything of it. It was never a drug. Obviously went to UC Santa Cruz and USF, so those are very cannabis-friendly schools, and really put myself through school by growing and using this plant both as a patient and to uplift myself economically. And then I transitioned into the formal industry around 2014 with Jetty Extracts. So I ran sales and marketing for a bunch of different legacy brands in California, which actually was founded down here in San Diego. Yeah, I was their first employee, and I was also employee number 2 at iSpire. So I really love, my passion is really, seeing all plant medicines come to the forefront. We have a lot of folks here in the room that are in the psychedelic space. I know Colin and Mike are going to be talking a little bit later about really plant medicine in general, and I love that cannabis is kind of the gateway drug to consciousness raising and breaking down big pharma and addressing the harms of the war on drugs. But I also really feel like this conversation is about just our relationship to plants, whether it's psilocybin, entheogens, other things that are going to heal us and push us through this time of real deep darkness and pain in our world, is really what I'm here for. I work for the people and the plants. So I'm also a huge fan of Adelia. She has been in the game since the very beginning. Her and Ali, we really wouldn't have a lot of the activations that we've had in the past few years if it wasn't for Event High and their vision to bring this here. So they're a big deal.
Thank you. Thank you all again for being here. So how it's going to